start standing for our total body workout today. Make sure weights are close by, chair close by. If needed, we'll use it later. But we'll go ahead and start standing, really grounded with a few shoulder rolls back. So let's just work on kind of loosening up those muscles a little bit, opening up that chest and moving in those shoulders. And we'll do a little side to side with the roll back here, just getting a little more movement in that waist. And then we'll take just the elbow back and push away, elbow back and push away, just to feel that nice stretch from the elbow back through the fingertips, stretch. And it should feel kind of good in the front of the shoulders and chest. Then we'll take the arm maybe a little bigger into more of a backstroke here. Feel that nice stretch. Breathing. And one more each side. And then back to center. Let's push those hands up together. Wiggle those fingers, stretch tall, exhale out. Now let's bend those knees a little bit more and reach up, big breath in, stretch to the sky. Wiggle those fingers out. One more, bent knees, reach up, stretch, maybe even lifting a little taller, and then wiggle those fingers out. So now let's add a little bit of movement here with some side stepping. Make sure that core stays strong and those shoulders stay back and the chin is in, so we're really nice and tall. And we'll add those arms as well. So opening and closing those hands will warm up those fingers and hands a little bit too. Pull and press. Maybe a little larger step side to side as we warm up. Just tapping those toes across. Pull. And don't forget to take those nice long deep breaths. So we'll change from the biceps to a little shoulder here, a little upright row. Keep those feet going, so multitasking with those feet and upper body. Core is strong, elbows up, push those palms down. So our hands are open pretty wide here as we push down. Press. Really stretching those fingers, feeling the muscles in the shoulders, but try to relax that neck. So we'll go back to the biceps here. So with our biceps now, as we come down, let's do a snap, snap, snap. Getting into those fingers a little bit more. Snap, 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 press. Biceps, press it out, press it out. Warming up those fingers. Couple more on each side. So from that snap, let's do a clap. So we'll step, clap, step, clap, step, clap, step, clap. Warm it up. Yes. Want to hear those claps. Clap, clap. Still got that big step going on. Clapping up a little higher now. About chest level, clap across, 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 across. Now we'll take it down a little lower, bending the knees even now as we bring that clap low, low, low. Back up to chest, keep those feet going. Yes, clap, clap. Down low, bending those knees maybe even a little bit, and back up here to a snap, 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 snap. Should be warming up a little bit. Our hands are warm at least. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Keep the feet now wide. So we're just tapping the toes, legs stay wide. We do a little soft knee to straight leg, soft to straight, soft to straight. Once we get those legs going, let's add a left arm. Stretch, reach. Think of lengthening from those toes out through those fingertips. Reach, reach. Couple more. Nice momentum with that stretch. Reach and switch it up. Lengthen up. Think of those big giant moves. Kind of exaggerated big like dance moves. Really reach it. And lift. The bigger the better. Exaggerated. 3, 2, 1. How about we alternate? Right, left, right, left. Good. I'm not a dancer, but I always wish that I could have been a modern dancer. This is as good as I get. That's why I'm not professional. Reach, reach, reach. 4, 3 more each side. And 2, and 1. Now we'll take it back to side step. Add the arms. Should be a little warmed up here. Really get a feel of those feet and those toes right now. So warming up that body, feel those feet, feel those toes. Good sense of where we are. Now from here we're going to add a double step to the left. Here, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, back to the right. 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So really aware of those feet. Arms doing kind of a little circle if we want to make it a little tricky. Oh, I'm bringing out all my dance moves, which are very few and far between. All the way, all the way. Core is strong. Really feel those feet. Side step. Couple more on each side. Circling the arms. Got that circle. Oh. 1 more each side. And back to singles. Uneasing, big breath up. And out. And up. And out. Now those feet are gonna stay wide again. But this time, we're gonna add a hamstring curl. So we wanna stretch the front of the thighs, strengthen the back, while we stay nice and warm. Back to the upright row. Elbows come up. We open those fingers wide. Push the palms down. So once we feel like we've got a pretty good rhythm here, we can actually circle around if that feels okay. Optional circle. Keep that upright row. Optional circle. Back around. Back again. One more time each side. Optional circle. Maybe a fewer steps in there on that next one. Back around the other way. And center. Great, now we'll change the arms. Reach them out in front. Keep with those hamstrings. And pull, 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 pull. So from here, we're strengthening that back. Open and closing those hands. Really get that nice movement. Pull, pull, open, close. Squeeze the back. Hamstrings are working. Should be warming up. Looks good from what I can see. Couple more. And so now we're going to do a little to the side, knee up, hamstring, knee up, hamstring, up, back, up. The arms are up, press, bent, press. So we get a little bicep, tricep, shoulder, front, back, pull, press. Good, up, back, up, back. Pull it, press it. 4 more. Then we'll do the other side. In 2. 1 other side, hamstring, hamstring curls. Opposite hand heel now. Brain teaser. Touch that heel with the opposite hand. Tap, 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 tap. Great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in front now. Tap that knee. From this position, make sure we're not coming down into the knee. Squeeze the back. Hold that walnut between those shoulder blades. Lift the knee up, up. Good. So we'll do a few more in front and we'll take it back to hamstrings in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstrings behind. 3, 2, 1. In front for 4, 3, 2, 1. Behind for 4, 3, 2, 1. In front for 3. Counting down. 2, 1. Behind for 3, 2, 1. In front for 2, 1. Behind 2, 1. In front 2, 1. Behind 2, 1. Singles. So we got front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, and back, and front. One more time through, front, front, back, back, march it out. Woo, we should be warming up, big breath. And out, and up, and out. Great. So now from here, let's grab hold of our weights. Remember, at any time, please stop and get a drink whenever you feel like you need a little quick drink. So usually in those transitions might be a good time if you're thirsty. Grab hold of those weights, grab a drink. And we'll keep those feet moving just to keep that blood pumping through the body and stay nice and warm. And then we'll alternate arms, up, up. So again, if you don't have weights and you just want to do this range of motion without weights, please do. If we do have the weights, we don't want to be using momentum on these. So we want to maybe get a little more speed on some of them, but we want to make sure they're nice and controlled. Shoulders are back. Get that full range of motion. Good breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll bring those feet together in tandem. So if tandem feels a little too wonky today because balance is a little bit off, just bring those feet together. Or that right foot's in front. We're going to bring both arms up, down, together. Our shoulders are back. Posture looks great. And don't forget to breathe. Sometimes when we're concentrating so much on what we're doing and our positioning, we forget to take our deep breaths in. So keep breathing deeply for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. So really feel those feet. Open up those toes. Reach the arms to the sky and hold it. Super straight elbows. Draw the belly in tight and then bring it back down. Reach it up. And then bring it back down. Tight, strong core. Reach it up. And down. And again, up. And down. Hold it there. Hold it. Hold it. Stretch it long. And down. 2 more like that. Hold at the top. Keep breathing. Don't hold that breath. and down. One more up. Super straight. And down. Perfect. Let's switch feet. So again, if we want to just keep those feet side by side, focusing on the weights, please do. Or tandem with that left foot in front. Shoulders are back. Let's do another quick set for biceps. So this time maybe it's a little bit faster than when we were sidestepping. Get those arms going, looks great. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we hold them both up. Just the left arm comes up. And then just the right. Trying to push through that arm as straight as possible in that elbow, but it also we want a comfortable range of motion for the joint and the shoulder as well. Good, really long. Feet are grounded. Stretch up and up and up. Now we're going to hold that left side up and straighten the right arm down, lengthening in opposite direction so that it feels really heavy in the right arm, really strong in the left. And then bring it back to center. We'll switch it. Push to the sky. So really strong in that right arm. Feel that length in the left. Keep breathing. And then one more on each side. Take it long, hold it. Super strong arm. And switch. Reaching. And down. Bring the feet together now. So now we're going to hinge forward and pull. So we want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. The back is flat, so we definitely don't want to be here. Work on bending the knees and getting the hips back, and then pulling. Pull. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Feeling the muscles between the shoulder blades and posterior shoulder. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Now straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Feel those triceps in the back of the arms. Press, press. Try not to move the shoulders on this one. Just bending and straightening those elbows. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll come all the way up. Now take those arms to the sky and drop them back and then straighten back up. So drop, straighten, drop, straighten. If this feels like too much with the weights on those shoulders, we can put the weights down for this set and work on that range of motion in the shoulders. Back and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Really straighten those elbows. And 1. We'll bring those weights down to the chair. Go back to a little side stepping. Let's just stretch those arms out a little bit. Open those fingers, maybe wiggle those fingers a little. Keep that side step going so we stay nice and warm. And then we'll switch sides, pull it across. Wiggling those fingers. Feel that nice stretch in the right shoulder. Then we'll interlace our fingers. Push them away. I'm pulling my ring off while I do this. Push away. Reach it up. And then circle it down all the way. And perfect. Let's grab just one weight now. And we'll hold that weight in our hand, cradling it. So from here, we're going to step with the right foot forward. Push the weight up and out, kind of in a circle. As it comes back in, we step back. Then we step forward with the left foot. Up and around as it comes back in, step back with it. So step right, reach, and in. Now it can be a smaller step, or we can go into a larger lunge if that feels okay on the knees. And balance. And stay lifted. Try not to follow the weight with the body. Avoid coming forward with that weight. Stay really tall and let those arms do the work. Step, reach, stay lifted. Strengthen that back and those arms. And core, all the way down to those legs. Step, and reach with those arms. Last two, and one more on each side. Reach. Center. Now, we'll ground those feet. We're going to do a little lateral work. So we're going to step squat. As we're squatting, we're circling in together. Step squat and in. Step squat. Make sure the weight is equal on both legs as we circle it back in. We should really be warming up now. Inhale. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Amazing. Let's do two more on each side. Breathe in. Last one on each side. Last one. Amazing. Let's put the weight down so it's right in front of us. We can have that chair close by if needed for balance here, because we're going to move into a little more functional balance. Core is strong, holding on lightly. We're going to just tap and tap. So once we get a feel of where that weight is, look straight ahead and let the feet find the weight without our eyes. If balance feels good, hands are on hips. Core is strong, tap it out. Tap, tap, tap. So just lightly, lightly tapping. If that weight falls over, that's okay. Just keep tapping lightly on top. Tap it. Shoulders are back. Core is strong. Keep breathing. Let's go 4, 3, 2. Last one. And down. So now the left foot is going to come right next to the weight, and the right foot's going to come back behind us. Now if we want more stability, we can keep both feet soft here. A little bit more challenge to balance is with the heel lifted. So modify. Core is strong. We're going to come down and pick up that weight and then push it to the sky. And then come back down. Put the weight down. And do the same thing without the weight. So tricking the brain a little bit to say, hey, no weight. And then when we have the weight, oh, it feels a little different for balance. Feels a little different for strength. So we're changing it up. No weight. Come down, grab hold of the weight. Core is strong. Challenging to counterbalance that weight. And down. Come up, reach. Down with the weight and up. Reach it. 2 more. Down. Core is strong. Up. We can always be holding onto a chair or something for balance here. On that opposite side. And perfect. Let's go ahead and switch. So now that right foot is in front. And we can keep both feet grounded if that's a little more comfortable for balance. We just want to make sure that we're hinging and not rounding forward. So a little wider, it's easier to use those legs. So we want to come down, tap, grab hold of the weight, come all the way up. And again, we can hold onto that chair, come down, all the way up, back down, weight. Or just take that hand on the hip. If we want to challenge balance a little bit more. Up, stretch. Down with the weight. All the way back up. I can see looks great. Back up and down and up and down. Lengthen and up. One more. And release. Bring those feet together. Inhale and out. Hands to hips. Circle the ankle. Of course, we can do this holding on as well. We want to get a good range of motion in those ankles after all that balance. Switching directions all the way. In both directions. And we'll release. Let's grab hold of both weights now. We're going to do a little tandem walking, so make sure we have room to move here. So nice clear path forward. We're going to keep our elbows like this position. We're just going to lift them to the sides and then back down. So don't try to lift those weights straight out. Keep the elbows bent. Let's do a few of these before we add on our tandem walking. So then we just bring heel to toe while we're working our medial deltoids. We're right in the center of that strong shoulder. Here. Here. Good. Everybody's getting closer to that screen. And then we'll back it up, heel to toe behind. Make sure you don't have any obstacles behind you. And up. And up. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Perfect. Roll it back. We'll keep our weights and have a seat. So if you want a quick drink while we transition to seated, please do. So we'll have our weights close by, actually in our hands. For our next round, we're gonna stay grounded in those feet. The weights are gonna come to that chest. Sitting tall, we're going to push up all the way and then back down into our seat. So make sure that seat's nice and firmly planted, not on a rolling desk chair or anything crazy like that. Come all the way up, come back into that seat nice and slowly. No kaplops. We want to tighten those core muscles and thighs so we don't fall into that chair. We nicely sit all the way in, and then we push ourselves out. Weight is through the hips and heels, so we're kind of rocking off of those knees and strengthening the thighs on the way down, pushing through the hips and heels on the way up and down. Core is strong, up and down. Core is strong, up and down. And breathe. 4 more. And 3. 2. 1. And down into that seat. We'll place one weight on each side just above the knee. So we're sitting tall, core is strong. We'll lift the leg up and back in, up and in. Take it out. The higher the better with that foot. Try to kick it up. Core is strong. Working those hips and that flexibility and strength all the way down that leg to those toes. Kick it up. Like we're stepping over a huge fallen tree. We don't want to catch a toe. We want to lift it up. I want to see those toes in the screen. Lift it. Yes. Good. One more each side. And in. So, from here, one or both weights in that left hand. We're gonna walk the feet just slightly apart and bring that elbow right into the thigh. We wanna straighten that arm so we feel that length in the bicep, and then pull it right back up. Our belly needs to be pretty tight in this position to support our low back. So stay strong and make sure the weight doesn't feel too heavy on this one. We want to really strengthen those biceps, but be mindful of our back. Up and down. Good breathing. Core is strong, neck and shoulders are relaxed. Feel the full entire length of that arm without locking in that elbow joint. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's hold the length and really stretch out that arm. Feel the length, that weight is stretching out. And then core is tight, let's come all the way up. Switching sides, we'll take that elbow right into the thigh. And then straightening the arm down, we'll pull it right back up. Breathe out. Breathe in long. Feel that length. Breathe out. And feel the length and strength. We want to get that full, entire length of that muscle. And then strengthen it through those tendons all the way at the end. We want long functional muscles. Not short, strong, non-functional. We want long muscles. We all know that person with those biceps that are too tight they can't scratch their back. We want long, functional muscles. Good, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll hold it out long. Feel that stretch. And great, we're going to come up and bring both of those weights now onto the right leg. So we're sitting tall. Try to avoid that back rest for at least another 10 minutes. We're gonna sit tall. And core is strong. We're gonna hold that right foot up off the floor and just add faster presses. So we wanna get those faster twitch muscle fibers working in there as well. So we want to keep that speed with that strength, a little more power for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, sitting tall, hold it up, and pulse it up, 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 up. Don't lose that great posture. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Core is strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Let's take those weights now. And we're going to just take the wrist right to the edge of the knee. So our hand is just sort of relaxed along the leg. And the weight is just on below the bottom of the knee. So we're just going to take the weight away from the knee. So we're just really straightening the wrist. So the wrist goes from bent softly over the knee to straight. So it's not a huge movement, but what we're doing is just strengthening in those extenders. If that feels okay, maybe lifting a little bit higher. We don't want to strain those muscles or tendons, but we want to get strong through the wrist for function. We want to make sure those hands and wrists stay really strong. So we did a lot of big body stuff. Now we want to do little body stuff. So up and up. So we're extending that wrist. Just 2 more. We don't need to do a ton of these. And then we're going to flip it over. So our whole forearm is resting on our thigh here. With this one, we're starting in neutral and then just letting the wrist fall down just above the knee and then curling it back up. So that feels good. Feels like a good stretch after that last one. Come down, come up, curl it. Feel that nice stretch and then back down. This can be done with or without weights too. If it feels like too much pressure on that joint, we can do it without, but it feels kind of good to strengthen in those wrists. Pull and down, pull. Core is strong. then come back up. We'll bring those feet in and just circle those wrists after all that movement in both directions. And then we'll press those hands together and lift the elbows. So we want to see that those wrists and elbows are in the same line, but not our shoulders. So we want shoulders down, and then we're just going to push the palms away, so we should feel a nice stretch in those fingers. Hold it there. And then bring the palms totally away, so it's just our fingertips touching. And press kind of firmly, so we're not like trying to, beat each other up on our hands, but just feel a good connection there. Pressing each hand equally. And then bring the base of the fingers back down. Elbows are still high. And then bring the palms back down so we get that nice stretch. Then we'll interlace our fingers once again and push the palms away, so that should feel like a good stretch too. Inhaling up, and then we'll circle the wrists all the way down. And then we'll take that left elbow and give it a nice little push so we can feel that stretch under the arm all the way up through that tricep. And then back down, other side. We want to feel that nice stretch under the shoulder and arm. We'll add a little push. Good breathing. And then we'll bring it down. Sitting tall, we're going to engage the core without using our hands. Pull that left leg up and over. And then sit tall. Without using the hands, use the core to come forward. And relax the arms down now, but don't use them at all. Just use that core to maybe pull a little further forward if that feels okay on that right hip. We want to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Let those arms just sort of hang long by the sides. And breathe. Now use those abdominals to come back up all the way. Keep the core strong without using those arms. We're going to take the legs straight out and just hold it there for little pulses. Up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Roll the shoulders back. Use the core. Other side. We're going to pull the leg up. Sitting tall. Then hinging forward. Arms come by the sides. We're using those abdominals to pull forward. Fighting that temptation to use those arms to pull us and yank us into the stretch. We want to use those abdominals and that breath to come into that stretch. And then we'll come back up. Our shoulders are back and down, sitting tall. Core is strong. We're going to take that leg straight out. Yes, little presses. Up, 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 up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 foot comes down. Let's breathe in. Breathe out, long stretch. And now our right leg's gonna come straight out in front and our toes are pulling up. So right leg is out. Let's take our left hand and just slide it along the outside of the leg until we feel the stretch. So it may be here, maybe at the knee, maybe the outside of the calf or even ankle or foot, but we want to be able to relax into the stretch. So we will feel the stretch hopefully from the heel all the way up to the hip. And breathe. Do a few more long, deep breaths here. Really think of filling the space between the shoulder blades as we breathe in, kind of creating some length in there. And as we breathe out, we completely stretch and relax those muscles. And then we use those abdominals to slide back up, all the way to seated. And then we'll switch sides. So that left leg is out, so the right hand's gonna come across, so it levels out those hips a little bit so we get a better stretch. Slide down the outside of the thigh to the knee, maybe even to the calf, maybe to the ankle or foot, and then just relax into that stretch. As we breathe, we're using those abdominals to pull forward, not that arm. And we want to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. With each breath, maybe relaxing a little bit more. And then coming back up slowly, all the way to seated. We'll take a giant breath in and up, and out. Now we'll sit all the way back into our chair, and take the left hand on the chair, and the right arm's gonna reach up, and then just softening over toward that left side. And then up, we'll switch sides, holding onto that seat, reach up, and just coming over, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. And then back up. And then in front, we're gonna push away one more time, reach up, and circle lightly. And we'll rest the hands right on the lap, look to the left, look to the right. One more time, left and right. And center, drop the chin toward the chest. And look center. And then we'll close the eyes and sit comfortably into our seat so we're not worried about posture right now. Just allow that body to feel relaxed in the seat. As we inhale deeply, let's feel that breath flow from the top of the head, down through our fingers and toes. And as we exhale, let's blow away any tension or stress. Allowing our body a chance to relax. As we inhale again, feel that breath flow even easier now throughout the body, creating length and space. And as we breathe out, we blow away that tension and stress. Allowing our body to relax. So remaining relaxed with the eyes closed. Take a moment to just feel the energy flowing through the body, down the spine, through the fingers and toes. Allowing that space for all that energy to flow. And then gently beginning to move those fingers and toes, but as we remain relaxed. So that movement is very light, easy. And then we bring our hands to our chest, and our hands just lightly touch so we can barely feel the other hand. Keep them lightly touching as we breathe in, those arms reach up and we look to the sky, and exhale out. And